Hey there, welcome back to another video. If you're new, hi, my name is Sharon. Thank you for deciding to spend the next couple of minutes watching this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and to hit the subscribe button. Today I am going to be rating my piercings by the pain level from the most painful to the least painful. Or should I start with the least painful to the most painful? I think I'll start with the least painful to the most painful. Okay, so coming in at number 10, how many piercings do I have? Yeah, I have 10 piercings. So coming in at number 10, being the least painful piercing that I got, it would definitely have to be, surprise, surprise, my tongue piercing. Why do I say the tongue piercing was the least painful? I didn't feel any pain. I just felt a cold, sharp needle go through, a bar go through, and that was it. Even during recovery, it wasn't painful. Of course, it was throbbing and numbish for the first 2 or 3 days, but other than that, it actually wasn't painful. I didn't experience that much pain with it. Although after I got the piercing, I went into shock, but that was just it. It was just a shock of, oh my gosh, I've got something going through my tongue. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Coming in at number 9 would have to be my first piercings, which were my lobe piercings. Now these were painful and traumatizing because what I was expecting and what I got are two different things. I was expecting a gun type of piercing, but I walked into a professional piercing shop, so they did the whole needle thing, and I had never experienced a needle like piercing. I didn't even know that you could do piercings with like the hollow needles. So when that happened, I was in shock and it was painful. Like when they wanted to pierce the second ear, I had to psych up for like a couple of minutes before they could go into the second ear. So yeah, I would say that's why it was it's at number 9, and that's why I would rank it as actually being more painful than getting my tongue pierced. I guess number 8 and number 9 are tied because my second lobe piercings are coming in at number 8, simply because they were done with a gun and it was actually painful. The sting, I didn't like the sting. I mean, it was here and there, but I didn't like the sting. It didn't sit well with me. So I'm just out here realizing that I count my piercings by the number of holes that I actually have. So if we count my tongue piercing and my lobe piercings, we're already down to 5 piercing. So the piercing that comes in at number 5 of being the most painful or the least painful, midway, would have to be the Monroe piercing that I got. It wasn't painful. I don't remember the pain. It did swell up a lot. It swelled up a whole lot. But honestly, during the actual piercing process, it wasn't painful. The healing process also was painful and swelled up simply because I kept on hiding it. I was trying to hide it from my parents. So I'd always take the ball out and have just the bar in, and I'd play with it with my tongue, push it in and out. So the area was always aggravated. It was always swollen. I think I'll find a picture of when I had it and my lip was like swollen and ugly and crusty. So yeah, it sits right in the middle simply because most of the pain came because I actually didn't take good care of it. I mean, hey, it was a forbidden piercing, so yeah. Coming in at number 4 is my dearly beloved conch piercing. No. Coming in at number 4 would be the top piercing of my industrial bar. This one was done first and it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt as much as I anticipated it to. It did hurt. I'd give it a 7 out of 10 in terms of pain. 7 of course being high, 10 being highest. So yeah, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. It was really, really, really painful. And then of course my conch would come in at number 3 because what happened with the conch piercing is when I was getting pierced, she asked me to breathe in. So she's like, hold your breath, and then when she pushes the needle through, that's when I breathe out. But then I breathed in and breathed out before the needle went through, so it was like and then yeah, that's exactly how it happened. You're just like, oh, sorry, I missed the timing and everything was off. So yeah, it definitely comes in at number 3. It was painful, but then healing and acclimatizing and assimilating to my body and whatever wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. It did get a hypertrophic scar at the back, but we managed to clear that with a silicone disc. And then at number 2 would be the bottom bits of my industrial piercing. Surprisingly, it's the one that's healed well. It was painful. Like when I got the first piercing on the top there, yeah, meh, it was painful. It hurt. It was so painful I couldn't even cry. It hurt. Like it really hurt. There, 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10. It hurt. It was painful. I think mainly because it was the same ear experiencing double trauma within like minutes of each other. And yeah, and when she pierced the first one, we took a little bit of a break, but then yeah, setting up to pierce the second one. And that time period, it just, upped my anxiety. It just, yeah, it made everything terrible for me. It was painful. I remember it was painful. I couldn't even cry. That's how much it hurt. It really, 11 out of 10, it really hurt. Coming in at number 1 is definitely the belly piercing. Mainly because it was a DIY type of thing with blunt instruments. Unprofessional people. I remember having to be held down, screaming like I was giving birth. It hurt so much so that when it started rejecting, I didn't hesitate to pull the MF out, because it was like, no, after the pain that I went through, if you're gonna reject, we might as well say goodbye to each other right now before we get anywhere. It really hurt. So definitely coming in number 1 is the belly piercing. It was the worst. I will never get my belly pierced. I will never recommend for anyone to get their belly pierced. It's painful, y'all, in my experience. It hurts. It really hurt. Anyways, that's that on me rating my piercings from the least painful to the most painful. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you made it this far, be sure to give it a thumbs up and be sure to smash that subscribe button. It really helps the channel. But anyway, guys, I hope to see you in the next video. But until then, stay safe and stay sane. Bye.